Hey guys, I'm Justin with Casks-n-Que, and today we're going to smoke some beef chuck ribs. We're going to smoke these beef chuck ribs on the Blaze Kamado, and they're going to be tender, juicy, delicious, smoky, and really kind of like brisket on a stick. Now these are a step down from the traditional dino bones that you see. Those usually have 3 bones. Well, I think always, as a matter of fact, but the beef chuck ribs have 4 bones. It's not quite as tender, not quite as juicy, but really freaking close and very delicious. Let's get started. Here's a rack of Angus beef chuck ribs. Let's get these out of the cryovac. I always like to go in on the bone side, so if I happen to dig into the bone, that membrane, it doesn't really matter. Let's pat these dry. Flip them over. Now let's take a look at this rack. You see we have 1, 2, 3, 4 bones, and you can see it's got pretty decent marbling, but not near as much marbling, get out of here fly, as that A1, 2, 3 bone, which are the dino bones. I think that's right. If I'm wrong, correct me. It's got a nice little fat cap on there, as you can see. I'm not going to trim that off. I want to leave that on there and just let that render down and help provide some moisture. Let's get it seasoned up. Louisiana hot sauce is a binder. Nothing too crazy. For our rub today, we're going to use our very own GPS. This is a pepper forward rub. It's got garlic, pepper, salt, smoked paprika, and some other stuff. You can grab this at our website, and I'll put that in the description box below. GPS is great on beef. I'm not gonna cut off the membrane. The membrane's gonna help hold in moisture. And with beef ribs like this, it helps hold the rack together as well. So it's unlike a pork rib where you sometimes will cut the membrane or remove the membrane. I'm not going to do that with these. Let's get the sides. Nothing too crazy. Pat it in, flip her over. Same thing. We're not going to do any trimming on this fat cap. It's fine just like it is. As I say that, I see a piece right there. If you see anything kind of hanging off the edge, just snip it off. It'll just burn. Okay. Let's go fire up the Blaze Kamado. Today we're going to be rolling with BLT lump charcoal made right here in Arkansas. No filters, just great charcoal. Let's get that grill grate off. Diffuser plate. This thing's heavy. Knock off the ashes from the last cook from that remaining charcoal. Throw in a stick of cherry wood. Put some more charcoal in. Give it a mixy mix. A couple tumbleweeds. Weapon of mass destruction. All right, our coals are lit pretty well. Let's go ahead and get our diffuser plate and grill grate back on. Close the lid and let her get up to temp. Open our daisy wheel all the way. The Blaze Kamado is almost ready. It's 250 degrees, 25 degrees short of where we want to be, but close enough. Let's get these ribs on. Nothing to it. We'll see those ribs here in about 2 hours. Okay, our ribs have been on for about 2 hours, maybe a little over 2 hours. Let's check them out and see how they're looking. Oh man, we already got some good pullback on the bones. Looking really good. That color's looking good. I don't see any spots that need it. Well, let's go ahead and spritz. I was gonna say I don't see any spots that need spritzing, but let's go ahead and give it a spritz on the corners just to be safe. 1 part apple cider vinegar, 1 part water. All right, we're gonna let those go, I don't know, another 30, 45 minutes or so and come back and check again. Okay, it's been about 45 minutes. since we last checked in. Man, that looks good. That's what we're looking like. We're at 175. It's time to wrap because I've got the color that I like. It's obviously not, you know, tender enough yet. Oh, 182 right over there, 183. So yeah, let's go ahead and wrap these, and we're gonna bump the temp down to about 225. All right, we have some butcher paper here. I like to wrap beef ribs and brisket in butcher paper because it keeps it from getting that pot roasty type of texture that you might get with using aluminum foil. And I'm gonna go ahead and put down some Wagyu beef tallow. That's gonna help promote some moisture and good fatness. Let's kind of spread that around. And that's where we're gonna put our beef tallow, or our ribs face down in that beef tallow. All right, that's what we're looking like. That meat side down. Woo, that's hot. Kind of fold the corners, or the edges, fold the edges over. Just like that, nothing to it. Same thing on that side. Give her a flip. Make it tight. Oh, bone came through. That's gonna happen sometimes. So what I'm gonna do is get a little more butcher paper, and we're gonna wrap it again. I'm kind of glad that happened. That's a good example of what to watch out for. Gonna fight the wind here. Not a big deal, not the end of the day. We'll just do one of these. Same thing we just did. Except try not to poke a hole through the paper. Like a rookie. Just give it one flip. Like that. Call it good, get it back on the smoker. So sometimes stuff like that happens, you gotta improvise, and that's what we just did. So every cook doesn't go perfectly. We're almost 5 hours in on our cook. And I just want to get a temp reading because we've been cooking a little higher than what I wanted to. We've been around 290 instead of 275. Oh man, that feels really good. 199. So I'm gonna say we're there. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this on the table, show you what it looks like, and then I'm gonna hold it in a Cambro, just because we're not gonna eat until about another 3.5 to 4 hours. Oh man, look at all those juices. Normally I wouldn't do this, I would just keep it wrapped. But for the camera, of course, I want you guys to see what's going on. I mean, that is just done as can be. Okay, so as you can see there, they are done. I mean, that is just probing like butter. That's exactly what you want. 198, 199, 199, 197. So it'll carry over for sure. I'm gonna let it hang out just like this for a few minutes just to get the steam off of it, wrap it back up, and then over off to the side I have my Cambro. I'm gonna throw it in there and let it rest for, I guess, the next 3.5, 4 hours. You know, I think we'll probably eat in about 3 hours. So there you have it. Trusty old Cambro. So I just covered that loosely, and we'll go ahead and shut the door. Latch it, and we'll be back at dinner time. Okay, so it's dinner time now. These ribs have been holding in the Kamado for about 3.5 hours. Let's see what we got. There we go. Let's get rid of this. Put that off to the side. There we go. A little tallow never hurt anybody. Did it? I don't think it did. There we go. Let's just start right here, right in the middle. Well, not the middle, I guess off to the side. That looks like my rib right there. Oh man, that's tender. Woo-wee. Oh, it fell right off the bone. Check this out. Oh, look at that. Juicy, tender. Look at that juice coming out of there. Oh man, I gotta get a bite. I forgot to hit record. I already took a bite out. You see that? Let's do it again. God, third bite and it's even better. That is a beef rib, people. That is phenomenal. Look at that bark. Tender, juicy, smoky, peppery, rich. My shade blockers are trying to kill me. It's windy. That beef tallow, the pepper, the salt, it all comes together, the smoke. It's killer. You got to try this. Do I have beef in my teeth? Anyway, hey, if you don't mind, go ahead and like, subscribe, and smash that bell. It's the best way to support the channel. And remember, you can always purchase our rub in the description box below. I'm Justin with Casks-n-Que, where whiskey and barbecue meet. See you next time.